are some things that you say you really like this about living in Berlin?
You almost feel like you're in a zoo or something. There are a lot of sex opportunities here.
You feel different somewhere else and you come to Berlin, it welcomes you.
I asked residents of Berlin what they really like about living there, and here are their answers. What are some things that you say you really like this about living in Berlin?
Mm, well, Berlin is a very big city and it's full of very like young and lively people. And I think that like how this happened that I'm standing here is that you have a lot of opportunities for different projects. There is a sensation that there's always something going on. So and whatever you actually feel like doing, whether it's doing sports or getting into painting, you will find a course where
Yeah.
you can actually do that. So it's like super diverse and it's very difficult to get bored here.
Yeah. And also for you've lived in Amsterdam before, right?
Yeah.
Do you see a difference there in terms of the opportunities that you have in Berlin? Because also Amsterdam is
Mm.
quite a big city.
Yeah, I think in Amsterdam you also have a lot of opportunities, but it is less on the go. I think you have to really know the right people,
Okay.
be in the right environment. I think you need some more organization around actually getting into nice projects or really being in the right place. Well, Berlin is just more random because it's bigger and more people, way more people.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. Is there anything else that you like about Berlin that comes to your mind?
What else? Mm. Well, I like the fact that there are so many people from different countries and places. Something is also similar in Amsterdam, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's something I like about any place.
Yeah, yeah. But also the demographics of people who are from other places are also a bit different here, right?
Yeah, that
That's,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
That definitely. And of course, like, well, it's also similar to Amsterdam as you have a lot of like Turkish influence. On Holland, there's a bit more Moroccan, I would say.
Mhm.
Um, I think here the influence is way bigger. Um, Yeah, and in general, like I meet also some Danish people from Scandinavia. Somehow I don't meet them a lot in Amsterdam.
Okay.
And that's it's
So a
interesting.
little more exposures to some different cultures that you're used
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
What do you specifically like about living here in Berlin?
Well, the first word about Berlin would be that it's open. The city is open to anything and anyone and anybody, as long as you feel different somewhere else and you come to Berlin, it welcomes you. It has its disadvantages, but it has a diversity. It's huge, which is good for me personally, and it gives me too many possibilities of things to do, jobs to find, people to meet, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a good side. And the bad side would be also that it's huge. Sometimes it's too much, it's overwhelming. And the diversity could be also overwhelming sometimes because you cannot absorb it. Sometimes you feel like you just need conformity, but then you have too much diversity going on, too many things going on, too many emotions, too many people. And yeah, that might affect you somehow to some extent. It's not something like, I don't like to use the word, but it's not typical German. Berlin. Berlin has its German side and has its international side, and that, again, the diversity and the hugeness plays a huge role there. So, and it doesn't also have a specific characteristic that you could describe Berlin with. Every city you could describe with something. Vienna has beauty. Uh, Amsterdam is, fun and open, but Berlin is different. It has all sides in it. It depends where in Berlin you are.
Okay. What is something that you say, I like this or I love this about living here?
uh, so before I moved to Berlin, I had another opinion on Berlin. As a tourist, I found it as sexy, as super diverse, and a lot of opportunities. Very interesting, a lot of cool areas and places I could visit. But once I moved to Berlin, I didn't visit those places as I thought I would. And the city it's still sexy, but in another way. It's very superficial, I think.
When you say sexy Berlin is sexy for you, what do you mean exactly by that?
Well, that's really that's a really interesting question. I came to Berlin a lot of time in summer before as a tourist or visitor, and a lot of young people, cool people wearing like very funky or rocky leather, or a lot of fetish, a lot of very interesting people running around, like you almost feel like you're in a zoo or something. So that makes it sexy. Of course, there are a lot of sex opportunities here. That's crazy. A lot of clubs, a lot of how to say, interesting people. But today I see it's still sexy as the people, just like the way they dress themselves, they present themselves, very sexy, very expressive. You don't find this in other cities. Like people dare to stand out, like wearing strange things. I also tried myself after I moved to Berlin. I also wear some very very sexy outfits. I wouldn't do it in Düsseldorf, where I used to live, and also in Stockholm. No.
So a very open
Yes.
kind of way in terms of expressing yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Very open Monday here, I think. Yeah. No one judge and no judgmental, and I feel this is awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else positive?
I think that there are a lot of positive sides also. I like the transportation system here. I think it's super convenient. You don't need a car. The bus, the U-Bahn, the trains can take you anywhere, and in such cheap cost, 49 euro ticket, in the whole Germany. So I think it's super positive. In terms of food, I think there are lots of places you find plenty different kitchens, different cuisines in Berlin. So I used to live in Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf is an Asian town, a lot of Japanese, Chinese there, and very authentic Asian food. But Berlin is not less. Berlin somehow is even better in terms of food. So before I thought Berlin has less Asian food or not that authentic, but it's not true. Berlin has a lot of restaurants. The Vietnamese food is fantastic. I enjoy the pho so much, and also a lot of Chinese restaurants. They are so good, and also cheaper compared with the price in Düsseldorf in West Germany. So I think, yeah, definitely this is really good.
Kannst du vielleicht mal anfangen mit ein paar positiven Aspekten? Was sind so Sachen, die du magst? Du sagst, ich liebe das an dieser Stadt.
Also in Berlin mag ich vor allem, dass es wirklich sehr multikulti ist. Es gibt wirklich sehr viele Nationalitäten, sehr viele unterschiedliche Menschen, die man jeden Tag aufs Neue kennenlernen kann. Und es ist wirklich auch so, dass man abends wirklich ständig irgendwo hingehen kann, egal ob Bar, Club. Also man hat wirklich überall sehr viel Spaß. Auch kann man übers Nachmittag einfach mit Freunden sich treffen, in Cafés treffen, einfach einen Kaffee trinken, spazieren gehen, vor allem am Kanal hier in der Nähe. Es ist wirklich sehr, sehr schön, würde ich sagen. Und genau, also es sind wirklich sehr positive Aspekte, die ich jetzt erstmal so nennen würde.
Thanks a lot for watching until the end of the video. More topics on how it is to live in Berlin will follow soon, but there are still some videos left to show about life in Amsterdam. So let me know in the comment section what you like about living in Berlin. Soon you will also see what people dislike about living in Berlin, how they experience the culture, and so on. And if you want to see more videos on life in Berlin and other European cities, then please subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in the next video.